All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahawah, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakak, Radash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessing to the whole elect of Israel. As you can see, the title of this article, Earth is dying. Million species face extinction as we play Russian roulette with nature. All right. And this article came out December 12th, 2019, and today's date being December 27th, 2019. And as you can see, Earth's natural wonders are dying and are on the brink of extinction, according to a new report assessing the extent of human-driven decline on the planet. Okay, and this is not something that you can blame on everybody. Okay, this is to be blamed on the one who is in power. Okay, the one who has the authority and the say so, and the resources and so on and so forth to reverse such a thing like this. All right, and there is an answer to this issue, and it's not going to be by using paper instead of plastic. It's not going to be by cutting back emissions on your car. It's not going to be these vain ideas to try to stop the real issue. All right, the real issue is the one who's allowing these things to happen. All right, who is making the world a market of gain and greed possible, and putting aside the things that are essential to life. Okay, clean air, clean water. Okay, things that are needed to exist in itself are being taken away because the man who's in power thinks it's much more profitable for him to make a quick buck than for him to extend the life of the planet which he dwells on. All right, and that's what you call the ultimate carnality. All right, not having any regard for the future of your seed. Okay, but thinking in the moment as I got to make as much money as I can now while it's hot. All right, and that's why scriptures tell you an unwise king destroyeth his people. All right, unwise ruler destroyeth his people. Okay, Esau, Edom, he even does this to his own self. All right, that's why scripture tell you, if we're roughly paraphrasing, if you can't do good to yourself, how can you do good to others? All right, how can that be expected if you can't even do good to yourself for you to do well for others? Okay, Earth is dying. Exactly. Why? Because ultimately the people of the earth is dying. Okay, being you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, because the earth was made for your sakes. All right, it goes hand in hand. All right, and there was a quote from Chief Seattle, all right, which was an Israelite. If I can get it real quick, because it's almost common sense, but it's supposed to be common sense. Okay, but common sense isn't taught in this world. Okay. I don't even know how to spell it. Oh, there we go. What? I think this is already here. This is the quote right here. All things are connected. This is a quote from Chief Seattle. All right, and there's it could be tribe of Gad, going into us being scattered. We don't know we say through the spirit, by faith, those the tribes that we believe we are a part of, but nonetheless, this man was an Israelite. Okay, but so Chief Seattle, okay, all things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the children of the earth. Okay, so if the earth is dying and the earth is sick, that means the people of the earth are dying and they're sick. Okay, because again, why? Because everything is connected. All right, the trees that give you oxygen, all right, if they're dying, how could you breathe? Okay, the water which you drink, which is an essential to life, if it's poisonous, it's toxic. All right, the fish are gonna die. Okay, all it's a web. Okay, call it the tree of life, the web of life. All right, going into you can even say the food chain. Okay, it's a system. Okay, and the Lord had this in place and put it in place for His creation's benefit. Okay, breathing air is a benefit. All right, drinking water is a benefit. So on and so forth. Eating, proper food. Okay, is a benefit. Okay, because these things that you eat all come from what? Come from the ground. All right, and going into this article again, if the earth is dying, what does that mean that's happening to you? What did that mean is happening to the people of this planet? Okay, they're also dying themselves. So what is the solution to all this? What is the true solution of fixing this issue? People cry, hey, fix global warming, I'm gonna live in a hut and that's gonna solve the problem, of this of the earth dying. Okay. I'm gonna stop going to SeaWorld and things of that nature, to protect the earth's creation. With the Lord's creation, all right, the earth, which is the Lord's creation, all right, is that gonna prolong or extend the life of this earth? It's vain. Okay, what has to happen is the man who's in power has to be taken out, and that's Esau, Edom being the so-called white man. Okay, going into deforestation. Okay, the reason why these things are happening is because it's a market for it. Okay, there's an avenue for profit. Okay, and going into poaching and shark soup and things of that nature. These things are allowed because why? Because it makes money. All right. And this is what happens when an unworthy ruler is in power. Okay. Nothing is to be the end. All right. But destruction. Okay. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't deserve to be in power. Okay. He doesn't have the wisdom to judge uprightly, okay, and really judge righteously, okay, because going into the so-called white man, if he really cared about any of you people of the world, okay, this wouldn't be an issue, this wouldn't be a topic, because again, he doesn't even care about his own self, okay, and that's why really the whole thing with Esau Edom is he thinks he's going to escape, all right, he thinks he's gonna voyage out to Mars, and he pretty much is just gonna ditch this place altogether. That's why he doesn't take care of it. Okay, going back to the curse, Genesis the 4th chapter with Cain. Okay, he's a vagabond. Okay, pretty much meaning he's a scavenger. All right, and even also in that same Genesis 4:12, the Lord said, the ground shall not the ground shall not the ground shall not lend. Or let me just get it. I don't want to butcher. All right, so this is after Cain slew Abel, okay, which is a representation of the righteous and the wicked. All right, obviously Cain being of that wicked one. All right, the seed and the progenitor of the wicked. All right, being the so-called white man. All right, the Edomites. Esau is Edom. All right, and Abel being the seed of the righteous, okay, being of the children of the Most High. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which come from Jacob. All right, but pretty much Cain and Abel is Esau and Jacob all over again. All right, but that's why the scripture says there's no new thing under the sun. But nonetheless, reading this precept, which I was trying to get through the spirit, this is Genesis chapter 4, verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. And why does that happen? Because Esau does not understand the scriptures. He doesn't understand judgment. Okay, he does not have the instructions or the spiritual fortitude, the righteous spiritual fortitude to be able to execute the Lord's judgment. Okay, the Lord has made the creation with an instruction manual. Okay, how it should be run, how it should be governed, so on and so forth. But that's why, because Esau, he just cares about money. He just cares about his own self. Okay. Ultimately he hates the Lord's creation because of his pride. Okay. He's striving with the Most High. All right. He has a better way. That's why, going into the ground not That it can't heal. It does not. Hence, it's not going to yield her strength onto thee, because he doesn't keep things like the land Sabbath, like it tells you in Leviticus 25th chapter. Okay, you know, he has to make things like GMO. All right, genetically modified organisms. Okay, pretty much Esau being that mad scientist, because he needs a faster way, for his for as far as the agenda goes, to make money. All right, Esau, his solution to the world's problems is temporary fixes. All right, and ultimately the long run, you're actually only further destroying yourself. Okay, think of Esau and his pharmaceuticals. Okay, it has one benefit and then 10,000 side effects. All right, and it's always, in possible death. All right, so how are you gonna have a medicine that kills you? That's like an oxymoron. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, but this is the man who's empowered. Okay, so-called white man. All right, but yeah, let me read some of this article. Here you see people in the streets crying climate change. And some of the people stand next to the very damn devil, who's the one who's going back to their that progenitor Esau. Okay, who was the seed of the wicked. All right, you gotta look next to the dude and say, no, you're the problem. Okay, because why is the earth sick? It's because of people. All right, and specifically the man who's empowered. Okay, the people who are empowered. Okay, because if Esau wanted this thing to be fixed, he could change this overnight with the millions and billions and trillions and of amounts of resources man has. He chooses what? He chooses to follow after his agenda. Okay, which is chipping you people. All right, really eventually turning everything into robots. All right, uploading your mind, your spirit to the internet. These are the dreams of the so-called white men. Okay. Nothing involves, all right, preserving you people of this earth. Okay. Because ultimately, he can't stop his own destruction. So how is he going to save any of you peoples? All right. Ultimately, he has to get rooted out of power. All right. Here, a key finding of the report is 1 million species of plants and animals risk extinction in a matter of decades. All right. And that's just without going into geopolitics and World War III talks. Okay, that's just if everything was as happy-go-lucky for the next 10 years. 10 days, 10 years. All right, nonetheless, going into these thermonuclear missiles, all right, which I have this article up, which I was probably going to do a separate lesson on, but nonetheless, going into these hypersonic missiles flying 27 times faster than the speed of sound. And these technologies, these things aren't free. Okay, but this is what the so-called white man rather spend his money on. All right, things that further push forth destruction. Okay, because that's all his nature is to destroy. He is the destroyer of the earth. Okay, it's a man. Okay, it's not no other reason by the one who's in power. Okay, the one who allows these things. Right. And that's why the Lord is getting ready to take him out, because the Lord didn't make earth in vain. He made it to be inhabited. He made it for a reason. Going back, to how long it took to make this earth, going into those 7 days, all right, which, 1 day unto the Lord is 1,000 years unto us. So those 7,000 years, okay, obviously the seventh day the Lord rested, but going into those thousands of years, it took to create this earth. Okay. And then look at in this short amount of time as man is in power. Okay. Look what he's done to the earth's creation. Okay. It's at a brink of extinction. Okay. You don't think this makes the Lord angry? Okay. And of course, the people who the earth was made for in the first place, people, and that's the thing, our people have no care. And if they care about, they care about the earth, so to say, is because they want to go to the beach and take Instagram pictures. Okay, not really understanding the true, extent and how really divine and how beautiful the earth's creation is. Okay, they just see it as some kind of look at me kind of thing. Look what I'm doing. It's really much like a self-righteousness thing. it's a movement. Jake want to be involved in something. But nonetheless, they don't understand the real solution is to get this man out of power. All right, being a so-called white man, Esau Edom. All right, but here the report's authors fear human activity has damaged the natural world, and that's right. Because why? Because the man who's in power allows these things. Okay, that's why Moab's and over there, fishing up everything you can out to sea and making soup out of it. Because why? Because there's a market for it. All right. If it was enforced how it should be, how you're not supposed to be doing this, overfishing and things like that, they wouldn't be doing it. Because but they are. Because why? Because there's a reward for it. If there was a punishment for it, they wouldn't be doing it. Okay, and there is a punishment, but it's not executed. Okay, there's no righteous judgment on this earth. Okay, because again, Esau does not care about this earth. Okay, what else more proof do you need? All right, he's making weapons of mass destruction, not weapons of mass birth. Right, it's not happening. Okay, but let me get into these scriptures. All right, and that's lessons like this. It vexes me the most. I it's like the thing when you watch, videos, you see videos of judgment, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord. But, it's a special button is pushed when you see things like, animals catching hell. There was a video of a koala bear, in Australia, the fires, there's really bad fires going on around there, and you got animals catching on fire, their homes catching on fire, and it's not because they're doing anything wrong. It's just because the man who's in power, he's irresponsible. All right, you got this animal wailing, and yelling for its life, catching on fire, and being burnt to a crisp because of greed. Okay, because of pride. All right, because this man, so-called white man, he has to go. All right, look how he treats the Lord's creation. Okay, how could he be the children of God, and he look how he treats the Lord's creation? Okay, obviously this man does not belong here. All right, but going into continuing, Shalakim, continuing on continuing on the article. Well, not the article, the lesson. Going into these precepts. Because there's only one solution to fix all this. And it's to get Esau Edom out of power. All right, and that's what the Lord's getting ready to do. Okay, because can't nobody check this man carnally. Okay, that's why there has to be spiritual intervention. The Lord, is gonna have to come and return, and then make true judgment, because there is no true judgment on this earth. All right, Esau's is gonna play in his games and his politics and tit for tat, things of that nature, and play his devil's. They say devil's advocate. He's gonna play his game. But nothing's going to be done, okay? And behind the scenes, he's making child sacrifices and, and so on and so forth, kidnapping your children, okay? Injecting them, making by law that they have to get vaccinations when all you're doing is legally injecting them with diseases, okay? It's wild, all right? And it all goes back to, our disobedience, okay? The Lord, YAHAWASHI, was furious with his people, okay? And going back to why we're here in the first place is because we disobeyed YAHAWASHI, okay? And that's why, again, I said it hurts, seeing what's happening to this earth, because ultimately that it's not supposed to be this way, but that's why the scriptures say suffer patiently, suffer patiently the wrath that's come upon you, all right, from the Lord. Okay, we have to suffer patiently so that the Lord can plead our cause. Okay, because look what's happening down here. Okay, but here this is Isaiah 24 and verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Okay, the earth is defiled because of the people. All right. The animals can only go so far. All right, you watch movies like Planet of the Apes. That's not. These animals don't have the power to destroy the earth at the rate that it is doing. Okay, you know. And it's because, and again, you know, the point is because the man who is in power that's allowing these things, okay, he is doing this. All right, the so-called white man, all he does is take, destroy, destroy, destroy. He never replenishes, he never refills, okay? He leaves trash everywhere, all right? You know? And this is unacceptable, all right? The Lord has to get this man out of the way, all right? Or the earth is going to be destroyed. All right, that's what the scriptures say, if it wasn't for the elect's sake, no flesh should be saved, right? This man would just shoot off his missiles and destroy the earth, okay? You know, and if it was, you know, and I speak as a man, you know, if prophecy didn't exist, you know, Esau would have it where to everybody was on the computer, okay? You know, a digital destruction, you can say, all right? Because the world around, you know, is going to be destroyed, and while you're going to be up on a supercomputer, okay? You're going to have electronic birds and electronic deer and, you know, all type of madness, okay? That's ridiculous, all right? Here, we continue, because they have transgressed the laws, exactly, you know, Leviticus 25th chapter, going into the land Sabbath, giving the land rest, okay? They don't follow the laws, okay? And that's why the earth is in the course that it is in. It's all out of course, all right? Because the man who's in power, he is the one who's causing all this hell on this earth, okay? Continuing, change the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant, all right? And that's why the Lord said, "What hast thou to do with my statutes?" Okay, you know, these imposters claiming to be, you know, people of the Lord. Okay, you know, your actions, you know, say otherwise. Okay, you know, how could you be a child of God and you're acting and you're a damn demon? Okay, you're an adversary. You're against. You're anti. All right, you're anti-earth. Okay. You know, you got these little tree hugger Edomites, okay? You know, the real issue is you, all right? You can hug all the trees you want, okay? But the Lord got to pluck this man out of power. This is verse 6. Therefore, after curse devoured the earth. Okay, so really going again back to, you know, us, you know, the Israelites disobeying the Lord, okay? You know, we went backwards, okay? So the Lord said, all right, therefore the curse have devoured the earth. Okay, we are a cursed people. Okay, and how the Lord does things is He puts it on men to execute his pretty much his agenda. All right, so you know, the wicked, which is thy sword, Esau Edom, is pretty much the whipping stick of YAHAWASHI. Okay, so the curse have devoured the earth. Right, the curse has devoured the earth. Earth is a so-called white man. Okay, Esau Edom. Okay, he is the one who is in power. Okay, so that's why he is the people of the Lord's curse. Okay, so pretty much it's like a virus. Okay, and everything it touches turns to what? Turns to death. Okay, because he is death. Okay, and again, the only antidote, the only cure for this curse is for him to be plucked out and rooted out. Okay. For all together be removed, okay? And that's why the Lord said, not the house of Esau is going to be as stubble, meaning nothing left, because, you know, if prepare slaughter, that they not rise, all right? Because if anything's left, you know, that's why you just say little leaven leaveneth the whole lump, all right? Because if anything's left of this man, all is going to be, the result is wickedness having hope, pretty much, okay? That's why he has to completely be gone. All right, here, Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, the things that this man is doing on this earth, okay? The things he's done to the Lord's people, okay? And the things he's doing to the earth, okay? Pretty much as a whole, okay? He's turned everything upside down, all right? And he has to pay, all right? And his children as well, because you are your forefathers, okay? You can say, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. It don't matter, okay? You're gonna be punished, all right? That's why what since Sirach says, you know, they shall cry, because for they shall bear. Oh my gosh, you know, the spirits is taking off right now. reproach for their sakes. Reproach sake. I know it's, yep, here's Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. They're going to be, crying and sighing, and, the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. Okay, the children of sinners, this is what you call righteous judgment. Okay, and you so-called white people, white men, women, and children, you Edomites. Okay, you are going to pay for what your forefathers have done. Okay, how did you get to this land? Okay, rape, robbery, and murder. How is this land still being continued by the same things that have been done in the past? Okay, and now is your time of judgment. Okay, woe be unto you, ungodly men. All right. Here, Isaiah 24:6. Therefore, after curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Exactly. All right. Because again, if it wasn't for the Lord taking this man out, no flesh should be saved. Well, if it wasn't for the elect's sake, that's the point. No flesh should be saved. All right, but don't worry. This place is reserved for nuclear missiles. That's what's gonna clean this place. Okay, you can say is like a righteous a pine saw. Cleaning up all the filth of this earth. Okay, and ultimately, it's first and foremost starts with the filthy people. Okay. But continuing, they that dwell therein are desolate. Okay, we are being destroyed. Okay, continuing. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Okay, exactly, because this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. All right, and this is the promise the Lord has told us. Okay, we of course we're getting whooped. The Lord's, but He says He's going to defer His anger. Okay, He's going to defer His anger. Okay. And the Lord's going to plead our cause, okay? Because the Lord has remembered His promise, okay? How is it that, the Lord's going to tell us all these wonderful, beautiful things and promises unto His chosen people if the earth doesn't exist anymore, all right? Where are we going to dwell? All right, we're going to, respawn on a far, place far, far away, okay? The earth, okay? The earth is defiled, all right? Talking about here, all right? Of course, the promise we're going to be, spreading our seed throughout the galaxy. But, first and foremost, it starts here on this side, okay? Because, this man has to be taken under power because, again, he would just destroy the Lord's creation, okay? Because, again, the earth wasn't made for him. That's why he don't take care of it, all right? But Romans 8, let me just fly through these, because, Spirit always has it to where sometimes the video goes a lot longer than you intend it to be, because really for, edification, don't want to lose, the attention of the sheep, because the point is to feed them, but you don't want to run them away, So this is Romans chapter 8 in verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth in travail and pain together until now. Exactly. All right. This place is crying out to the Lord. When you hear the birds singing, they're crying unto the Lord. Right? You hear the whales singing, they're crying unto YAHAWASHI that the elect be put back into power. Okay, crying for the Lord to save them. Okay, and then here continue reading, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. Okay. Pretty much us everything being changed from ourselves, okay, to everything else around us, okay, so that we can execute, righteous judgment, okay, going into the new covenant, the laws, statutes, and commandments being our inward parts, so that we can, not sin and be turned away from the Lord again, okay, so everything can be in its proper order, all right. And that's going to be established by who? By the Lord's judges, which He's raising up from the beginning. But there 44,000 of the elect. All right, this is verse 24. For we are saved by hope. But what hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for? Okay, so our hope is that the Lord is going to return as He promised, and He's going to make a new heavens and a new earth. Okay, like it tells you in Isaiah 65th chapter. All right, and which I'll close out. in 2 Peter, which is reiterated. Okay, there's no, you can say it's all pretty much the scriptures are saying the same exact thing. Okay, the scriptures back itself up. Okay, because this is all according to what? Biblical prophecy. Okay, and that's what we're waiting for. Okay, that's why the scriptures say many prophets and righteous men have desired to see the things which we see and the things which we hear. Okay, hearing that there's a solution. Okay, that that the time is now where the wicked is going to be taken out, so that we can what? Ultimately, Jacob coming into his blessing, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Okay, but verse 25. But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it, meaning we suffer. Okay, we have to suffer. Okay, this dude, these Edomites putting all hell on us. Okay, because all we do is thirst for righteousness. We want things to be in this right order, and we know ultimately that this man has to go. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. Okay, because it tells you, the earth is going to be at rest. Okay, when this man gets taken out of power. All right, this is Isaiah 14, and I'll start at verse 3. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord YAHAWASHI shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. Okay, and of course, it's first and foremost talking to his people. All right, at this time and place, being the first fruits of the elect. All right, Israel of Israel, being the elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. And it's also talking to what? The creation. All right, the trees. Okay, we just came past, Christmas so-called. All right, all those poor evergreen trees that got chopped down for a vain holiday. All right, they're not going to have to worry about that no more. All right, and from thy fear to animals, constantly looking out for the white man, looking out for hooks, because they know once, the animals talk. They know. They're not stupid. Okay, this is the Lord's creation we're talking about. All right, there are some animals that aren't the brightest toolboxes, but they all themselves have intelligence. All right, and they know that things aren't right. All right, they're not supposed to be locked up in cages and people clapping their heads and taking pictures, in petting zoos. All right, that's off. That's not right. Okay, here, and as a spirit, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Okay, again talking about the people first and foremost of the elect, and then also talking about the animals. Okay, you go into see where you see Shamu is all his dorsal fin is all flipped on the side because he's depressed. Okay, because these are apex animals, apex predators in boxes. Okay, it's not supposed to be like that. All right, this is verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? All right, here, the ruler. It didn't say the king's cousin, nephew or whatever. Again, that there's still, that would be a prince, but unless it's talking about the head, the king of Babylon. It's not talking about the bum on the street. The Bumalite, the bum Edomite. Okay, but it's talking about who? The king. All right, the ruler. That's why we go into the highways and hedges. All right, in the chief places of concourse. Okay, because the Lord is talking to the rulers. All right, continuing and say, how have the oppressors ceased? Okay, this man has the whole creation in oppression. Okay, that's what ultimately was created to do. All right, but his set purpose is fulfilled, and he's getting ready to be taken out. The golden city ceased. All right, so-called America. We just, briefly went over that article, those thermonuclear missiles. Okay, this place is getting ready to be destroyed because, it's defiled under the inhabitants, so it has to be cleansed. Okay, the Lord has broken the staff. I'm going to fly through this. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Why? Because they have not judged uprightly. Okay, so horribly and speedily shall they be taken out of power. Okay, this is verse 6. The Lord's trying what? The Lord's trying their works, making inquisition. And man, this dude gotta go. Okay, and that's ultimately coming. All right, very, very soon. This is 6. He who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke, not letting up. He's not budging. He don't care. Okay, because all he cares about is himself. Okay, all he cares about is all he cares about is striving against YAHAWASHI. Okay. But that's going to be his end. All right. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth This is the point. This is verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Why? Because Proverbs 29:2. When the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Okay? And that's what the earth needs. Righteous rulers. All right? And that's what's coming. Okay? So let me close this out. All right? The whole earth is ultimately waiting for, the children of God, all right, first and foremost, the elect, to return, okay, the gods, all right. This is 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, okay, which was spoken of in Isaiah the 65th chapter, all right, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, is that so wrong? That makes us a criminal because we want righteousness. We strive after righteousness, but that's why it says in Isaiah 59th chapter, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. All right, that just shows you Job 9:24 is very well in effect. Okay, the earth is in the hands of the wicked. All right, but knowing that it's only a short amount of time, okay, till the Lord's going to fix all this. All right, and that's going to be ultimately with him raising up his people. All right, and that's what we're heading into. So that's the solution. All right, get this man out of power and the spiritual, divine intervention. Okay, YAHAWASHI is getting ready to return and fix all this stuff. Okay, and that's what we're sighing and crying for, and that's what we're getting ready to see. All right, so call YAHAWASHI. But Lord's witness be edifying. And as always, want to give all praises to YAHAWASHI, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and peace and blessing to the whole collective Israel. Shalom.